3 years ago, we took you on a magical journey under the sea. Last year, we took you to a place where a beautiful girl looked into the heart of a beast and found the man of her dreams. Now, come with us and enter a whole new world beyond your imagination, where a boy discovers a magic lamp and a genie who can make all his dreams come true.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Wow! Wow! So what'll it be, Master?
I must have hit my head harder than I thought.
Walt Disney Pictures presents Aladdin.
You're a genie?
That's right. He can be taught. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Imagine a whole new world of excitement.
A magic carpet.
Danger.
Whoa, carpet, let's move!
And enchantment. It's the story of a poor boy from the streets and a beautiful girl from a palace.
Princess Jasmine.
They were two very different people,
The law says you must be married to a prince.
brought together by one incredible wish.
What is it you want most?
There's this girl, pretty, beautiful,
C'est l'amour.
but she's the princess. To even have a chance, I'd have to be...
Say the magic words.
Genie, I wish for you to make me a prince.
All right! Hang on to your turban, kid. We're gonna make you a star. Prince Ali, mighty Ali Ababa.
But the evil sorcerer Jafar has learned the secret of Aladdin's power,
He has the lamp.
and he'll stop at nothing to steal it away.
It's time to say goodbye.
We'll just see about that.
This is not done yet, boy.
Imagine the world at your command,
Genie, I need help. Jasmine won't even let me talk to her.
No!
only to discover the greatest power is within.
Remember, be yourself.
Do you trust me?
A whole new world!
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Aladdin, featuring 6 new songs from the Academy Award-winning composer of The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast.
Come over here, big group hug. Group hug.
Never had a friend.
Coming this holiday season, Walt Disney Pictures, Aladdin.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
Continuing on with our Disney Renaissance Marathon with the 4th film, that's right, the 4th film in the entire run of the Disney Renaissance, we have Aladdin. Now, Beauty and the Beast was the highest grossing up until that time. Now, Aladdin beat Beauty and the Beast. So you can see they're gaining momentum here. And so, I believe Aladdin, I'll put the information below. You know, I've done it with the other videos is about the budget and how much the money eventually made. I'm also going to include worldwide and the re-releases as well. This film is just taking, as you can see, they're taking things a little bit further and see what they can do. This one, Aladdin, was again directed by John Musker and Ron Clements, who did The Little Mermaid. This film, they kept continuing on and to see how far they could go with the, with these fairy tales and stuff like that. Now, Aladdin was the last film, the very, very last film, to have the music written by Howard Ashman. He died during post-production on Beauty and the Beast. They were working on the stuff for Aladdin, which unfortunately a good chunk of the stuff from Aladdin got cut. There was one song in particular that they talk about on the Blu-ray that was cut because they changed the story. Originally, their original concept was that Aladdin was going to have a mother, and the mother was kind of hard on Aladdin, and so they wrote this song called "Proud of Your Boy," and well, it just didn't work. And when they reworked the story and took out the mother, well, there was no need to have a song called "Proud of Your Boy," which it really was hard to cut, but they needed to. It was just a hard decision to make, to cut a song like that, because it was a little personal. But anyway, with this film, I think the energy is a little bit more upbeat than Beauty and the Beast, because you have two great comedians doing voices in here. I mean, two. You don't just have Robin Williams. Everyone knows Robin Williams as the genie, but you also have Gilbert Gottfried as Iago, who's, you know, loud and obnoxious, and you know that's his stand-up comedy to begin with, and so the mixture of those two, it just it just doesn't stop. And you have Scott Wagner from Full House, the voice of Aladdin. I can't remember who the voice of Jasmine was. Again, this was a period where Disney was trying to get well-known people, people who had been on television and other films, maybe not necessarily a big star, but they were trying to get fairly well-known people, and they were also getting a lot of people from Broadway to come in and do voices and sing the songs. Another thing about the music, again, this was the last film that Howard Ashman actually worked on before passing, and this was the first film that was taken over by Tim Rice to do the words. He would go on to the next film we're going to talk about, The Lion King, and we'll talk about that later. But yeah, the Aladdin here, I should have put this out, but give me a second here. I also have the Platinum Edition DVD. And the reason why I keep a lot of these around, because a lot of the features that are on this do not transfer over to this. They do have, a lot of them do have in the bonus features you click on, it says classic DVD content. Well, not everything on here gets transferred over here, so that's why I keep these. And then again, there's things on here that that never appeared on here. This Blu-ray edition came out post Robin Williams' passing, so there is a feature on here of Robin Williams and some outtakes and things of that nature, because they said they recorded, what was it, they say on, I just watched the feature on the Blu-ray, and they said they recorded hours worth of dialogue that was just unusable, and they had, most of it was scripted, but a lot of it was improv. And Robin Williams, I think, just brought the comedy genius to the film. Now, that being said, a lot of people don't talk about this, is that the fact Robin Williams actually sued Disney later on for this, because when Robin Williams decided to do the project, he he was overjoyed and thrilled that Disney would ask him to do a Walt Disney feature animated movie. And the thing was budget. They couldn't really afford him. He was asking for his standard rate of whatever he charges to do a movie, but they couldn't afford that. But Robin Williams desperately wanted to be a part of it. He said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll do it for base pay. For just like if you were to give it to a to a supporting actor or something like that." He said, "I'll accept that. But there was one stipulation. You cannot make the genie the central part of any advertising, or he cannot be the central character. He has to be the supporting character. And in terms of the advertising, you cannot make the genie the center part of the advertising." Well, as you can see in both these cases and in the movie poster, or one of the movie posters, I think I'll put up the original movie poster, is the genie is the largest character on the poster. Yeah, and once Robin Williams saw that, he got upset and he sued Disney for the rest of his pay. Yeah, and that also explains, because there were also direct-to-video sequels like Return of Jafar and Aladdin and the King of Thieves, which were direct-to-video sequels. Well, if you watch Return of Jafar, you may notice that is not Robin Williams doing the voice of the genie. That was why, because he was in the middle of a lawsuit with them, and he declined to return to voice the genie for the sequel. Now, he did come back for Aladdin and the King of Thieves. However, they said, whatever it takes, get Robin Williams back. And so they settled. Robin Williams was the genie for the third movie. It's just a shame that things had to turn out that way. But also another thing I want to point out is that Robin Williams, because of another lawsuit that took place afterwards for Disney, he did not appear in any bonus content to talk about, no bonus interviews or anything, no promotional material or nothing. Matter of fact, he never reprised the voice of the genie again. It was Dan Castellaneta from The Simpsons fame. Actually, the voice of Homer Simpson ended up replacing Robin Williams. He also did it for the Return of the Jafar movie. Yeah, it's just some bitter stuff going on there, but you see all the rest of the cast come back, besides Douglas Seal, who passed away. But let's see, you have like Scott Wagner, he talks about it. You have Gilbert Godfrey coming back and talking about Iago. Even the guy who does Jafar, he came back. And of course, like I said, both of these releases have something on them. This has a little bit more about the Broadway show. This has like games and stuff like that was really popular with Disney DVDs, is that, you know, they had DVD games that you could play on the bonus discs. And plus there's an extensive documentary, one of a kind, hosted by Leonard Moulton on this version. It does not appear on this at all. And now let me talk about some of the other things here I've got here. I've got the CD soundtrack. This is, of course, is a reissue of the 1992. It says 1992. I'll have to look and see when this was released. But you know, I'll have all that information correct. But this is basically a reissue of the CD. All Disney did was just put it in the clear jewel cases, saying a Disney original soundtrack across the top. And this thing here, I've shown these quite a bit. It's the picture discs. Now, be careful when you buy these. One thing I forgot to mention with the others, yeah, they are soundtracks, but they're not the complete soundtracks for the most part. You got to be careful because some of them are the complete soundtracks and some are just songs from the movie. Like Aladdin is songs from Aladdin. It's not the complete soundtrack. So, yeah, this still outshines this because there's a ton of instrumental, like the score is on here. It's not on here though. It does have it. Basically, what this has is all the songs, like all the music, all the songs that the characters sing in the movie, and while this has the score included with that. So, like, read the back here. We have Arabian Nights, and then we have The Legend of the Lamp, which is what Robin Williams reads as the narrator, telling the mystery behind the lamp. And then One Jump Ahead, and One Jump Ahead reprise, Friend Like Me, and on side 2 is Prince Ali, and A Whole New World, and a Prince Ali reprise, and A Whole New World Aladdin's theme performed by Peabo Bryson and Regina Bell. And I didn't show the back of that. We got the genie on the other side with the track listing there. So yeah, we got Aladdin and Jasmine on carpet right there, and then we got the genie. So yeah, cool stuff to have. Those are kind of expensive. They're around $25 a piece. They range from $25 to $30 a piece. Yeah, check your. If you want one, FYE is a good place to carry. They have a ton more. They have Toy Story and The Jungle Book and Cinderella and several other titles available on picture disc. Even though they're not really the best sound quality, they are nice display pieces. Now, Aladdin, what do I think of Aladdin? Well, this is another movie I did see in the theater, but I did see it at a drive-in, unfortunately. I did not see it in an indoor theater. I saw it at a drive-in, and I loved every minute of it. And, of course, when it came out on video, we wore the tape out because it was really one of the first Robin Williams movies that we could watch, and there wouldn't be anything objective in the film that we could just laugh ourselves sick. And it, and of course we didn't get half of the impersonations that Robin Williams was doing in the film. Like he does impersonations of Ed Sullivan. We had no idea who Ed Sullivan was. Groucho Marx, Arnold. We got Arnold Schwarzenegger, but we didn't get Rodney Dangerfield, Jack Nicholson. Maybe we understood that. It just goes on and on. But he made us laugh until we were falling out of our seats as kids, because we knew that this was supposed to be a movie take place in the Middle East in an older time, and there was no such things as technology, and so you see him all of a sudden like a straight out of the blue cartoon character pull something technological that they wouldn't have and start using it, or when he references other Disney films. One of our favorite scenes was when he turns Aladdin into the prince. He's sitting there with a cookbook, and he goes, "Chicken out a king." He pulls a chicken out of the book, and it goes, "Nope, unless we need crap." And then he points his finger in the cookbook, and out pops Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. And if you listen closely, you'll hear Under the Sea playing. It plays so fast. He shakes him off and goes, I hate it when I do that. We just thought it was so funny that because he was, not only was he doing all that stuff, he was making fun of the other Disney movies. Another scene was when Aladdin promises that he'll set the genie free. He goes, yeah, right, and his head turns into Pinocchio, sprouts the nose. It was just, it was just one of those movies that we could enjoy, and it had stuff. Again, it has stuff for the guys and the girls. We were laughing at the genie, us guys, and I think the girls were laughing at the genie too because he was silly, and then the girls would go for the princess finding the handsome prince type of stuff, and things like that. And of course, it's just a fun movie. It still holds up to this day. I don't know. Of course, now also this is one of the films that they're making a live action remake to. The Lion King as well. Beauty and the Beast already got turned into one. And now we've got Jon Favreau doing The Lion King, and Guy Ritchie is doing a live-action adaptation of Aladdin. So we'll see how that turns out with Will Smith being the genie this time around. So, I think Will Smith had, he could do comedy, because I grew up in the era of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So we'll see how it happens. But personally, I don't see anything wrong with these animated versions. Now, no, they're not animated in 3D. Parts of them are. There are some CGI camera moves and some CGI objects, but it's still hand-drawn animation. It's still hand-drawn animation. See that? Somebody had to draw that. And it's just, you cannot top that level of craftsmanship. No matter what a computer can do, that was done by hand. And I'm not saying that the computer animations aren't done by hand. Yeah, but it's a hand on a mouse. This was hands on paper and pencil. And it took several drawings to get it right. And not only get it right, you had to do it again over and over and over again. But that's Aladdin. Now stay tuned for tomorrow. We will have The Lion King, and I will definitely be talking a lot about The Lion King. Quite a bit, because again, Disney has not hit their peak yet. As big as what Aladdin did, The Lion King would take over, but we'll see how much it took over. So from me to you, see you later.